Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Bianca, and I just want to say, if you cannot already tell, I'm super pumped to be on this live feed. But believe it or not, an hour ago, I was not even feeling like getting online or anything, but I wanted to engage with all of my Instagram, YouTube tribe and everybody in like a more personal light, almost as if you guys were just like chilling at home, like on the couch, like in your sweats, and you're just you want company, but you don't want to be social for real. You just like want to lay or sit next to somebody and like be on your phone or something. I don't know. That's so crazy. Does that sound weird? I'm a super social person, but I think it's this quarantine thing that's got me like, oh my goodness, I miss just like the social aspect of even just chilling and not doing anything. So anyways, then I was like, I was taking a shower, and I always get inspired whenever I get in the shower, and something told me there is a message inside me that will be delivered this evening if I jump online tonight, and that the person that needs to receive it is going to be on this feed. Like, it was meant for a specific person. So anyways, I don't know what's going to happen and what's going to be said in this video, but I do believe in God, and I always ask that He use me as a vessel to deliver whatever messages or vibes that people need. And so with that being said, what happens is sometimes I start tasting words I've never said before, or things just come out. And so anyways, before we go any further, because I sound all churchy up in here, before we go any further, I just want to say, if you're watching this video, do me a huge favor. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from, because this is like where I get the most excitement from these videos. I can see all the comments, and it feels like you guys are right here in this van with me, okay? If you have never seen my van, this is it. I got a toilet back there, a fridge. All right, there's our little window. There's our little flags. That's the front of the van. Top bunk. You know. That's it. We got a stove over there. That's my laptop. Okay. So anyways, get in here. Let me know who's online. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? How are you guys holding up? And I thought today in making this video, right before I hit the go live button, which it always excites me, that go live button. But anyways, I started thinking, okay, there's a message that's coming, that's arriving. Where is it coming from? And something automatically made me think of a chapter in my life that is so symbolic to the person that I am today. And this is a chapter that's like giving me so much light and perspective and growth. And so I want to share that with you guys tonight, because this is a very transparent story that has not been shared anywhere. Okay, this is actually a story that's in my book that I'm writing, and I'm going to tell you guys it right now, and I hope that it inspires a lot of you who are feeling like your back is against the wall, you just feel defeated, you feel empty, you feel broken, you feel clueless. You know, this is a story for you that I hope it just inspires you to trust the process. So anyways, all right, jumping right in. Carter was 2 weeks old when I became a single mom. And so fast forward, after a year of experiencing being a single mom, I was in college, working a full-time job on my own, had a car, and all these responsibilities on top of raising a child on my own. Things got real. And so Carter was born in 2008, which was also during the recession, so times were tough. And so anyways, during the winter after his first birthday, I experienced like so much adversity in a short window of time that I've actually nicknamed this part of the chapter domino adversity, because it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like, so anyways, what happened was, obviously finances were, getting tight. They were stretched. And I just remember getting disconnection notices and being behind on my rent. And the ultimate worst thing happened, y'all. Let me tell you. Um, here I am just like trying to scrape up money from anywhere and everywhere. So what I'm doing is I'm jumping on Craigslist, looking through the odd jobs, looking for like any little one-day gigs that I can do. I was doing product promotions and events, being inside grocery stores and standing there giving out samples. I enter myself into medical research studies to try to make like a couple $1,000s in a couple weeks, going to these medical research studies, like having my blood drawn every 2 hours. And I'm terrified of needles, okay? But I was trying to do whatever it took just to like keep as many bills paid as possible. Like, I mean, I even sold my clothes. I sold some of Carter's toys and things like that, like to keep food on the table, to do all kind, whatever I could. So anyways, the only thing that I had that I relied on the most was my car. I had a Honda Passport and it needed a repair. But if you're like stretched, okay, with finances, that emergency, that light, that check engine light, it's gonna be on for a while because you can't afford to fix it. So that was me, okay? I didn't have anybody to fix my car, look at my car, so my check engine light was on for who knows how long. Well, I remember when while all this was going on, I lost my job. Okay, I left that part out. I lost my job, which is what caused things to be crazy, stretched, and disconnection notices and so forth. How could I leave this part out? So anyways, I remember when it got down to the point where I had $14 like left to my name and I didn't know where money was going to come from. And I remember thinking like, I don't have enough money to get to like my college courses, drop off the baby at child care, and like I don't have enough. Like, what am I gonna do? Am I going to not go to college tomorrow? And then I thought, well, I can catch the bus, but I thought even, well, I'm gonna spend my money, but like how, that's not enough. So anyways, I remember by then the lights were cut off, okay? The lights had just got cut off, and so anyways, the lights had just got cut off. This is like, I'm trying not to get emotional as I'm like thinking about this because I had a flashback to the past. But anyways, I remember I was hungry and all I wanted was a nice hot meal, because if your electric is off, like a hot meal just seems like luxury. And so anyways, I remember like I was so stressed with everything that had been happening that all I wanted was just a nice, thick, like juicy burger. Well, steak from Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake burgers are not thick, but I wanted a steak burger. And so, anyways, because I only have $14, going to Steak and Shake, this burger place, it felt like I was buying like a real steak. And I remember going there and spending $7 on a meal because like I felt so horrible that it was like a comfort food thing. Like I just wanted to like eat something right away that was cooked and hot. And so anyways, this is where it gets crazy. I'm in line at the drive-thru. Okay, give this thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up if you can relate to this, okay? Have you ever been so stressed that when you are waiting in line or like anywhere, that you kind of like zoom out and everything around you gets all cloudy and you're just kind of like lost in all of your like issues and your problems or whatever, and it's just everything around you is just numb. It's like you're just kind of staring and zoning out to like nothing. So this was me while I was waiting for my food. So next thing you know, I'm like zoning out while I pay for my food and I'm just like waiting at the window, and I notice like a scent, okay, a smell of smoke. Now it was winter time and I remember seeing like smoke in the like kind of in the front of my car, and I was thinking like, oh, that's just like steam or smoke or whatever from like it's winter time and the engine's on. No. So anyways, next thing you know, I see smoke come in the vent of my car. All right, The window to the drive-through opens. They hand me my food. And let me tell you guys, by this point, I am so stressed out that I'm like emotionless, okay? So I grab my food. Now my car is smoking in the inside. Let me tell you guys what I did. I just drove it forward, parked it, and I went inside with my steak burger. By the time I got to the counter, do you guys know when I looked back, something had fallen from my Honda Passport onto the ground and it was on fire. Still, I was emotionless, okay? Like nothing. I just wanted to eat my food. So I sit at the counter, all right? And if you guys have ever had Steak and Shake, you know those fries get cold quick, right? They're so thin. So anyway, I sat down and I was just eating my steak burger and my car went up in flames, y'all. Here it is. I had $14 to my name. Okay, I just spent like 8 of it. I don't know when I'm going to get money again. The only thing I had is my car. I had just paid it off too, right? And now I'm sitting at Steak and Shake, looking outside the window at my car just flames, right? No emotions. So I look over and I grab a manager and I'm like, hey, excuse me, can you call the police? My car's on fire. They looking at me like, that's your car? And I'm like, like, you know, I mean, I laugh about it now, but I'm telling you, I was just, no. So anyways, I watched my car, just flames, flames, flames. And so when I got a ride home, thankfully I was like right around the corner from my place. I remember that night, thankfully Carter was not with me. No, oh, no, I did. Somebody said, okay, I just saw a question come through. Somebody said, did you have insurance on that car? No, I got to the point where I was so broke that I had insurance, but then I had let it go because money got so tight. Give this video a thumbs up if you've ever done that. I'm not saying it's a good thing because it's actually a very dangerous thing. But if you've been there, you've been there. So anyways, I was young too. I was 19. No, I had just turned 20. And so anyways, it was hard. It was hard. And so anyways, that night, I went home. Carter was not with me. And I remember being in my room on the floor. It got to the point where I was like, I was even selling my bedroom furniture to scrape up money so that I could just pay the rent. And so I remember questioning, why is this happening to me? Like, why me? What have I done? Like, why? Like, how could this happen? And I remember being so angry and resentful because of the person that fired me. Okay, I remember thinking about my ex-boss and thinking to myself that I even had this visual. I was like, my life was literally in the palm of someone's hands so easily, so quickly. They dismissed me. Okay, and let me tell you, like, I literally thought how hard I worked every single day and the hours and everything that I put in at that job and how I can just be let go like that. And so anyways, I just thought, you know, it's not right. It's not fair. Like, I had only been laid off my job, I think, like for a month at the time. And so, you know, it's just crazy how you can lose your job and you're affected. Like, everybody is literally, most people anyways, is like one paycheck away from like a financial crisis. And so anyways, I was sitting on the floor and the lights were off and it was a practically empty room. And I remember that the blinds were open and it was a full moon. So I had lights. And I remember thinking in that moment, like, literally, the moonlight was the only light that I had in my life. Because I was at such a place where I just felt empty. I just felt defeated. I felt like, you know, just resentment and all kinds of stuff. But let me tell you what I did, guys. This is a defining moment that literally changed my life forever. I thought back to how when I was in a professor's class, his name is Scott Martin. And when I was in his class, I remember it was right after I had Carter. And this was kind of like a life skills type of class. mixed with like philosophy and stuff like that. And so anyways, in the class, the biggest lesson that I learned was to be a creator instead of a victim. And there's a such thing as creator noise and like victim praise, and just like there's creator language and there's victim language. And so you have to choose to be a creator instead of a victim. It's a very intentional choice and very intentional actions. And so I realized in that moment when I was sitting down that I felt like I had no choice but to be a victim, because I felt like everything had happened to me. But what I didn't realize, and that I wasn't able to embrace, was that I had the power to truly define a new reality for myself, and like really define and design what I want my lifestyle to be like, because it doesn't have to be in the hands of somebody else, right? And so in the society that we live in, we all, we get conditioned that there's just like one way, and it has to be done this way, and this is the like meaning of success. Like if you want to be successful, you got to have this, this, and this, and that. But people are really starting to wake up and see that that's not the case. Like people are getting all kinds of things, and when they reach them, they realize that like it's not making them happy, because real success, genuine success, is internal. And so anyways, all right, going back to the story, okay? So I got angry. I was real uncomfortable, and let me tell you guys, if you channel this, you know what I'm talking about, because some of us have to be put in situations where we have to, like, in order for us to grow, we got to break through something, okay? Just like a seed being planted in the soil, you have to break through if you want to have growth. Like there really is no other way. So it's like, where is it in your life that you have to break through? And for me, where I had to break through in order to grow was I had to realize that I am not a victim of my circumstances. The circumstances that I was born into, I don't have to blame everything on my parents or my the father of my child, or just anybody, okay? I don't have to do that, regardless of what's been done to me. And you can have the same belief if you adopt it, because I'm telling you, it's a game changer. You will become like the master of your freedom and just feel so like powerful, and you'll have more peace and more confidence in your direction in life, regardless if life takes you on a detour, because you just be like, okay, all right, well, if any problems arise, I'll just figure it out once I get there, right? Like that's the person that you'll become if you adopt the mentality of, I'm gonna like shift my own reality and make it what I want to be instead of what you think it is. And so anyways, I got super angry, and I made a promise to myself. I made a promise to prosper no matter what. I said, from this day forward, I said, I don't ever want to go through this again, because I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair that somebody that is such a wonderful person, such as I am, and works so hard, why is this okay that like I get laid off from my job, and that all the things that I worked hard for get taken from me? And so this is the moment that really inspired me to become an entrepreneur, because I said, you know what? Life is hard. Working a job anywhere is hard. Doing what you love and starting a business is hard. So like Jim Carrey said in a quote somewhere at a commencement speech, don't quote me, but he said, choose your hard. Okay. And I remember when I heard that from his commencement speech, I remember thinking like, that's right. You might as well like choose your hard, because anything worth having is worth fighting for, but it's not going to be easy, because what's easy, like there is no growth, right? So you can either just embrace the flow, you know what I mean? Or you can like struggle in your growth. And so it's easier if you just kind of embrace the growth and just go with it. And so let me tell you guys more about what this involved and how I like made it, right? So now you know what like really sparked and put the seed in the dirt right there. But let me tell you, this is how I really escaped this like poor mentality of like, why me, everything happened to me. And let me tell you, this is so important, because what a lot of people don't realize is when you adopt this like kind of victim mentality, like everything just happening to you, um, you know, your spirit is like, it needs healing. Okay. And so when you adopt this energy and this thought, this reality, that you are like the master of like shifting your perspective and your attitude and really just changing your mind and doing whatever you want to do with your life, the healing begins from that. Like, I'm telling you, it feels great. Okay. So anyway, let me slow down and take a deep breath here, because I'm so excited. It's crazy, I haven't talked about this story in a really long time. But what I needed to do, okay, was I had to remove myself from people and things that were not serving me. I had to learn how to let go of control. Okay. Anything that needs to be controlled was controlling me. Okay. And that's the same for you guys in your life. If there's anything that like you're trying to control and it stresses you out when you don't have it under control, you got to let that go. Okay. You have to let it go, because life is about variety. And if you're doing what you meant, if you're doing what you are meant to be, you'll embrace that variety. Like in entrepreneurship, sometimes there's going to be fires that you need to put out, but it's just like, all right, it's just part of the adventure. And so anyways, I had to cut off certain relationships with people. And what I did was I started by anybody that was in my social circle that loved to gossip. Okay. I cut them out. Like, no gossip. Anybody that was in my social circle that didn't have goals or dreams to become more, I like stopped hanging with them. I pretty much like fired these people from my life. I got fired and now I'm firing people. No, I mean, like, look, I became the boss, okay? And you can become the boss. You can fire people from out of your life too. So, anyways, I noticed that when I started like removing these people out of my realm, that the quality of my life, it got better. Like, I had more time to myself. My mind was not as noisy. I had a lot more time to myself. So I got peace, I got healing, I got clarity. Okay. And so it really allowed like this cleansing to happen, right? And sometimes we need to be alone in order for us to achieve healing and growth, and also discover who we are. And so if you don't get enough alone time, you might be struggling with that. And so anyways, after I did this, then let me tell you what the hard part was. Okay, but this is a skill. I hope you guys are listening closely, because if you're somebody that wants to attract amazing friendships, whether they be business or personal, I'm going to tell you guys how to do it right now. Okay, are you listening? Give this video a thumbs up if you're listening. Okay, my hair is looking crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm just now looking at myself. I'm like reading the comments as I'm talking, but wow. I'm in Houston, so all this humidity is like getting to me, and my hair is like, it's shrink. Like, you guys, look, my hair is so long, okay? But it's like, look, my hair, it comes like all the way down here. But okay, anyways, let me stop playing in my hair. Okay, so anyways, let me tell you guys about how to attract like authentic relationships after you give sorry, I'm like kind of distracted. Okay, after you like detox from the unhealthy ones, because you have to detox before you get before you get too many like authentic, good, like pure friends. If you're used to being in a like really toxic circle, because you don't realize it, but you may be a little toxic too, and you don't want to like infect this is sound crazy. You don't want to infect the new friends. And let me explain what that means, okay? You get a new friend, they don't know nothing about you, okay? And the first thing you do is just throw up on them with all of your issues and this and this and that. You're telling them how horrible your family is, how this happened, that happened, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you, you just throwing up your life on them, okay? And now they feel like they got a project and instead of a friendship. Friendship is work. But the first time you meet somebody, don't throw up on them. You can be transparent and share stories at the right place and the right time, but truly try to get to know the other person when you are making a friend, okay? It's not all about you, it's about them. Like, literally try to get to know them. Try to get to know them in a way where if you're thinking about anything else, you're more so thinking about how you can offer some value into their life or connect them with the necessary people that they need to help them reach their goals. Because why not? Like, you want to be successful. Don't you want your friends to be successful? If your friends are successful, you're going to be successful if everybody just keep helping each other out, right? So anyways, what I had to do, all right, I hope y'all following me now. Hope y'all following me. Okay. What I had to do was I had to let go of the story that I've been telling myself and others all my life about, like, who I am, why this happened, whose fault it is, and just like this story about me. You know, my mama did this, my daddy didn't do that, you know, my son's father did this, but I had to let that story go. Okay, like, that's it. Okay, when I got a new job and I was making new friends, oh, why'd you get a new job? I'm not telling them that, oh yeah, I lost my job because my boss did this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, no, you know, in the market for something different, right? You know, you guys get where I'm going, okay? You have to let go of the story. If you want to tell your story another time, that's great. But if you don't change your narrative, like, you're going to be carrying all that resentment and all that bitterness. You're going to be like reminding yourself of that all the time. And you have to understand that life has a really interesting way of like shifting you so that you can get new opportunities. Like, you know, life has a way of removing things out of your life so that new things can be put in. Okay, so don't complain and think that just because this bad issue happened, that it happened for bad reasons, because there's like blessings in disguise, and there's a whole bunch of stuff up ahead that you have no idea is gonna happen because you're so just like in the moment, or you're in the past, which is fine if you're in the moment, but if you're too much in the past, you'll have your head down, you won't see what's in front of you, and you might even miss out on some of the blessings that are like right in your face. Okay, so anyways, what I did was I genuinely was trying to get to know the other person, okay? And I wanted to really just like cultivate meaningful friendships where I knew that they were my friend, not because we had the same issues and we gonna be like buddies, like, yeah, you know, you're a single mom, you're going through this, my lights cut off, your lights cut off, like, we struggling together, like, yeah, oh my goodness, isn't that messed up? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you've ever been in a situation where your life was messed up, your friend's life was messed up, and then y'all just having a talk about how messed up your life is, okay, these kind of talks are toxic. You need to be, you know, everybody goes through stuff, but you want to be in friendships where if you're going to talk about your life, like, at the end of that conversation, okay, or even in the middle of it, you need to be talking about problem solving strategies, like something constructive, because I promise you that there is something constructive inside of every mess. There is some sort of positive message in every single mess. You just have to find it, okay? You just have to find it, I promise, because otherwise, like, if you don't, you're just gonna be negative. And I'm telling you that being positive, it's just better. It feels better, it looks better, okay, it attracts better. But negativity only is going to attract like negative energy. And so anyways, you know, I let go of my story, all right? I held my head high. I really like showed up in a way that really just demonstrated this sense of confidence and power, because I realized that I was going to become a victorious person instead of a victim. So I let go of the story and I said, one day I am going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to travel the world. You know, all the people that told me that when I had a baby that I'd never be able to travel because I messed up. One time somebody told me that I needed a baby like I needed a bullet in my head. And I was pregnant, let me tell you. And so anyways, I'm sharing this with you because there was so much negativity in my life that traveling, full time, and being able to have freedom and be an entrepreneur was like I'd have to be a millionaire and lucky to do that. Would have been my mentality had I still stayed in the victim role. Like, oh, that'll never happen, right? But as you guys can see, even now, or if you've been following me, especially for the past 5 years, is that I like do whatever I want, okay? And what I mean by that is that anything that I want to accomplish, I'm gonna do it. It might not be right away all the time. Like, I'm still struggling trying to get. I gotta change my narrative. I'm still working on getting this book out, okay? And I really haven't made enough time for it. That's the only reason why it's not out. But just a little transparency for you, because no matter what, everything that you want to do is not a matter of like, can you do it? It really is about how can you do it. All right. So the second thing that I had to stop doing was like asking myself if I could do something. I had to give myself permission and realize that I don't need any cosigner. Okay, so the same thing can apply for you. I know a lot of people watching this video and watching all of my videos, they follow me because I'm a real person, I'm transparent, I'm relatable. And regardless if I have not been through what you have been through, the one thing is for sure is that we've shared the same type of emotions, and that we've all been through something that's like hurt us in the past. So I didn't have a easy upbringing. I went through a lot, guys. But there's a reason why I can be sitting here holding this phone with such a positive, joyous attitude, not putting on the fluff, making it seem like, oh yeah, I got this and I got that and I got this, whatever. I could have $1 billion right now and I would still be just like this, okay? I could have this hairstyle, I could have a different hairstyle. It doesn't matter. What I learned is that it's so important that when you show up in the world and you're making new friendships, listen to me closely now. Listen to me, please. When you show up in the world and you're making friendships, be yourself. Show up as you genuinely, truly are. Don't put on no filter. Okay, I know every time we meet people, we want to put on the best versions of ourselves, and that is important, that is good. However, don't show up in any type of way that is a way that you think you need to be presented in order for people to accept you. Okay, because if you don't, you're always gonna have to put up this like image that you're this and you're that and this and that, and you're really not, or you're not like, or you're ashamed of the person that you really are. Don't be, because you are special, you are enough, and you will be loved and received by the most authentic, amazing people if you just be yourself, whatever that is. Like, and if you struggle with that, the best way to do this is just think about like what makes you comfortable. Like, okay, like you've been invited to this place, you don't know what to wear, right? Like, I remember when I was trying to keep up with the Joneses, all right? I was driving all the fancy cars, y'all. I had a Audi, BMW, a Cadillac. I had like, Audi, BMW, yeah, Cadillac, and a couple other cars. But I was terrible with cars, y'all. Like, I had like I'm 30. How old am I? 31, and I think I've had like 6 cars in my lifetime. Okay, but anyways, my point is this: being a single mom, I always felt like when I got 23, that's when I had like kind of made it out of like the struggle where I was living in the ghetto, I was living in the hood, and like, you know, I like moved away to like nicer neighborhoods, started having nice stuff, and I felt like I was like the stuff. Let me tell you, I felt like I was the bomb.com, because since I had these nice things after like going through like this, lights being cut off and all this type of stuff, behind on the rent, car went up in flames. I felt like, like I needed something to prove. So when I got these fancy objects, I gave them so much power and so much meaning that I was willing to pay whatever to like maintain that image that I was successful, right? So let me tell you guys, if you are able to get a nice car and you can afford the car payment, that don't mean that you can necessarily afford the car. Okay? And let me tell you, like, it felt really good to be able to like walk into a dealership and walk out within an hour with a new car and be able to like get fancy and park in valet and like come home to my real cute place and this and that. But let me tell you, I have always had champagne taste with beer money. So I was like never really trendy and buying really expensive clothes. I was still like shopping, like buying like vintage clothes. I was shopping at Goodwills. I was always on the clearance rack buying like some real nice stuff. And I looked like money when people like saw me. And let me tell you, the feedback that I got, I'm not gonna lie, I was always respected in the sense of like whenever I went somewhere, people were like, ooh, who is this young girl, you know, with like that's looking all nice and this not right. Like people thought I had sugar daddies. Let me tell you, it was crazy. Like people used to joke about that, and I just took it as a compliment. And so anyways, where I'm going with this is that the type of people that I attracted, like, you know, yes, I got this special attention at valet, but like my relationships, ooh, God, let me tell you guys, look, listen. Okay? When life took a turn, and you know, life throws us a curveball sometimes, all right? All those relationships, those kind of fancy acquired relationships, when life got hard, okay, they scattered, right? So these were like friends that were just on the surface level. Okay, we don't want friends that are just on the surface level. The people that we need to spend and invest our energy in are the people that are like, you know, real. Like, you can go a year or two, 3 years, 15 years without even talking to them. As soon as you meet up, you pick back up where you left off. Like, you know, like real connections, quality over quantity. And so anyways, what I learned from this experience also was that I felt like I had to dress a certain way every single time I was around these people. Like I always had to have my hair straightened and be looking all like, you know, all super fancy and everything, and just like, you know, put up this little image. And it, of course, like, I love nice things. And it's not like I was pretending to be anybody else. I was just like having to always maintain this same image, right? Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I think like what happened then was I from 23 all the way up to 20, I think like 27, everything for the most part was good until, like I said, until I was about 27. And by then I had like, no, or was I 26, maybe 26, like finances and everything were okay. I thought that I could afford all these nice things, but like I was making money, but that's when credit card debt was like a thing. Okay. And I mean, luckily it's not a thing anymore, but I still have credit cards, but not like I did last time. So I had 9 credit cards, y'all, and I had debt on them that I just could not pay off. Like I was paying the minimum payment every single month, just kept paying, but these balances would never go away. Okay. And so I was like letting my credit score like affect my mental health, where I was like checking it every Tuesday, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like I just could not get above like 655, you know, 628 sometimes. Like, and then like I remember some sort of financial emergency happened, and it was just ridiculous. And so I remember I was stressed with that. And I was also not feeling fulfilled in life. I was mad that I went to college because I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and like college was so expensive, and I got to the point where I couldn't even afford to keep going to college. So at the time I was just like working full time. I was also running a construction business. I became a licensed general contractor, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was like a small fish in a pool of sharks. That's another story for another day. And so anyways, I just got fed up, and I felt like I could do so much more with my life, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Well, so I thought I knew, but I didn't think that it was possible. And what it was is I wanted to be a speaker and somebody that would inspire people. And that was just in my heart because I just care that much about people, and I've been through a lot. And I realized that every time I talk to people that are going through really tough times in their life, like that it helps them. It works. It heals. Like, they actually come back to me with results. And like, not only are they affected, but their families are affected. So it was like a dream of mine to be like this inspirational person that would like attract thousands of people. But I was like, oh, you know, that's lucky stuff. And so anyways, after I stopped covering up my purpose, as you can see, like, it worked. Right? Every single one of you guys that's watching this video right now, whether it's live or not, I manifested you guys into my life. I did this because I literally showed up and lived in my true light and decided to be of service and follow the path that I knew was meant for me, but I thought was not possible. Like, I trusted the process when things, like when life gave me decisions to make that made no sense and I didn't know why, like I was supposed to be doing this, or when things didn't work out and I wondered why, because I knew I was being called to be here in this moment. Like, I realized that it was just all a part of the process, because like, it's like a little puzzle piece. And so as long as I keep following those whispers in my heart, I call them whispers in my heart, guys. If you've ever, like, most of you have never heard me speak on a stage, because I do this professionally, but I haven't been doing it over the past like probably year and a half now, because I've just been like creating content, like, you know, kind of cheesy little content. But anyways, and one of my speeches is called Follow the Whispers in Your Heart. And I talk about those little butterflies inside you that are whispering. You know, it's like these little voices inside that are whispering, telling you to do X, Y, Z. But what happens is there's so much noise in your life, so you just try to cover, like, you're covering up these little whispers of the stuff that, like, you're supposed to hear. But you got to be quiet. You got to be still in order to hear them. Okay? You got to get rid of the noise. Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Like, if you've ever been in a situation where, let me know. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew that you need, in order to figure out something in your life, that you needed quiet time, that you needed like stillness and peace, and like just to shut the noise off? Okay? So if you're watching and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to try this, because if you ever in a situation where you literally need to figure something out, sometimes you just need to let go of everything around you. Like, you know, in your mind, just do like a mind dump, okay? Like, just let it all go. All right, go for a walk. Don't even think about it. And you'll be surprised. The message or whatever you need to just be like, wham! It'll just happen. And like, whoop, there it is. Okay. So anyways, now I'm kind of going on a little tangent. How you guys doing tonight? I want to interact with you guys that are online. What's up? What's up? Oh my goodness, I totally forgot to post these little links. I'm gonna comment. Oh, I can't comment. Okay. Uh-oh. Can you guys see me? Super chat messages, live chat, top chat. Okay. All right. Can you guys see me? Somebody's asking me if the straws are all gone. Okay, so on that note, currently, this is big, guys. We are selling stainless steel reusable straw sets, and they are the cutest. We have sold hundreds of these straw sets, and Turtles inspired us to create this product, and we wanted it to be our first fan merch product because we wanted to create something that was meaningful and that was going to be symbolic and give back to like people in different ways. So whenever you guys purchase these reusable straw sets, you guys just don't know, like, it's supporting our journey so that we can be out here creating content and creating the space for us to like learn the necessary skills that we need to create even better content, so that we can touch your lives in a way where like we're taking you on a journey, and like, you know, you're really with us. And so anyways, it also helps us like give back to other people, because we are humanitarians, and like, we're not millionaires, but we have a millionaire mentality. So we love to give back. We love to just like do special little random things, and sometimes plan things, like, you know, whether it be tipping people, surprising some of our followers with money, sending them gifts, all kinds of stuff. And so I wish that I can like, oh, maybe, okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna try to go, like, I'm gonna try to post the link for you guys in, okay, let me prop my phone up. I'm gonna try to post the link for you guys in the chat. I'm on my laptop right now. I don't know if I can do that, but if you're watching this, and then this video is not live, when the video is done, then I'll add that link. Okay, so I see more questions about how to tune out the noise and follow your heart. Okay, all right. So let me just say this right now. If you are watching this video, we're just going to make it a motivational night, okay? Are you guys down for that? Give this video a thumbs up if you just want it to be a motivational night. And I will, like, give you guys a little bit of coaching and everything right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Okay, what am I doing? Let me fix this. Okay, I'm like watching an ad on my video. Okay, so somebody's asking me, how do you tune out the noise and follow your heart? Okay. So the first thing to do is recognize where you're at. Okay. If you are, I need to get those links. Sorry, I'm like trying to multitask because I'm on the phone with you guys. Okay. So if you are in a place where it literally feels like your back is against the wall, it's time. It's overdue. There is a message like for you to receive that is going to navigate you towards the new direction that you need to be on in your life. And so really what it is like a feeling. It's like it's almost like a gut feeling. And in order to like really decode what the message is and just kind of flow into, the decision or the thought or whatever that you need to resolve your issues, you're going to have to like let go of stuff first. Okay? You have to let go. And what I mean by that is you have to be in a state of surrender where you are realizing that there's something in your circle that's not serving you, and it's something like great. When I say great, I mean like big. All right? And you have to like let it go. And when you let it go, then that new thing is like you have the space for it, okay? Because if you don't let go, then you don't have the space. You don't have the capacity. Like, how can you expect? Look, you're already going through a lot, right? Right? Life feels like it's a lot. It feels like it's heavy. Let go. Let go of something, okay? Let go of something heavy, and you'll receive something light. And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get anything that you're not prepared for. And so, anyways, let me before I go any further, I want to put this link in the box. I've never done this before. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, all right. I just shared a couple links with you guys in the chat box, I think. Oh wait, I probably should press enter, huh? Okay, where's my enter button? Oh, it's not letting me do it because it's. Hold on, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. Just did it. Whoop. There it is. Okay. That's for you guys who are questioning about the... Oh, this is so much fun. I can see myself on 2 screens. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm such a nerd. Okay. Getting back into our encouraging night. All right. So if you want to find the message and get that noise out of your head, you need to surrender something. All right. And so this is really tough. And I want to hold your hand right now, okay, and walk you through what this feels like so that you know that you are normal, that you're going to be fine, that you are okay, and that this is part of the process that you need to trust in order to receive growth and receive your transformation, okay? Surrendering something that is not serving you. It feels like fear. It feels like failure. It feels like being defeated. It feels like being weak. It feels like giving up. It feels like uncertainty. It feels like confusion. It feels like sadness. It feels like heartache. All right? It feels like all these things in the beginning. And I'm just going to be real with you, because to say that it's hard is just not enough. This is the reality of the capacity that you need to, like, of things that you might need to experience in order to, like, really get clear about what it is that you don't need in your life. Like pretty much you're just identifying it, right? Like whatever brings you the most pain, whatever brings you so much uncertainty, whatever decisions or relationships that you have that are more like fear fed or fear based or whatever, however you want to like describe those, if there's not enough uncertainty in those situations, then like everything and everyone needs to be like, you have to like move it, like keep it moving, literally. Like you just remove yourself from the equation if it seems like just getting rid of people one by one is too much. Like you don't have to call people up and say, hey, I just wanted you to know I'm firing you from my life. No, it literally is like you saying, I'm not going to entertain situations like this anymore. Okay, like I'm one of the most non-judgmental people in the world, I feel like, anyways. Okay, so no matter what your situation is, if you are on drugs, if you are somebody doing prostitution, if you are somebody that's done any type of crime or just been around the wrong people or just whatever, I don't know what it is, but regardless, like, in order to change your life, and maybe it's not that extreme, okay? Listen, in order to change your life, you have to change the people that you surrounding yourself with, and surround yourself with people that are going to be more supportive of the person that you are and the person that you're trying to become, that's better than the circumstances that you are enduring that are holding you back, okay? These are the things that are making you unhappy. So that's what that process feels like. And let me tell you, the coolest part about this process, all right, is that when you are going through adversity, the good news is that the further you get stretched and pulled apart, okay, or like pulled back, it's like a slingshot. Like just imagine your life like a slingshot. Like, you know, you like slingshot, like you're getting pulled back, okay, but as soon as you let go, of everything, or as soon as it lets go of you, like you're just gonna explode. You're gonna like just break through anything and everything. Like you're coming through the soil. This is where you're gonna blossom and you're gonna grow. You're never gonna look back and regret how hard it was for you to like make those choices that you did. Like it literally is going to make you wish that you had made certain decisions sooner. And the hardest part, guys, is just being pulled back so far to the point where you get so comfortable, so uncomfortable, but you too comfortable in your struggle, okay? All right? So you either going to have to let go, or something else is going to like let go for you. Like right now, this is kind of an example with this whole, like, I'm not going to say what we're going through because I don't want my channel to get demonetized, but y'all know what's going on right now in the world with the, you know, pandemic. Did I say it spell it right? I think I forgot the E. But anyway, so I'm like talking real fast. So here's the thing. A lot of people right now are going to be forced out of situations that never even made them happy anyway, but they were just holding on to them because they were just living in Stuckville, because that was the thing that they thought they just had to be, like, or that's just how they thought life was just meant to be for them. And like, whoop, there it is. No, you got options, okay? Life is what you make it, all right? You are the master, okay, of like your, like, the way you want to show up in the world, all right? You don't have to be a victim. You can be victorious, okay? Say it with me now. I am a victorious person. I am not a victim. I am victorious. I am not a victim, okay? So anyways, I'm like going on a super tangent. Let me see. Somebody else said something. Let me see. What you guys talking about? Someone says, how did you become... Oh, wait. First off, time out. Whoop! Wait a minute. Just want to let you guys know, I see sales coming through. As I'm like talking to you guys, I see notifications. So shout out to everybody that just purchased our straws. Woo! Okay. I see you. Okay. So anyways, let me see what you guys are talking about. Someone says, how did you become wiser and more spiritually awakened? Did you go through the process solo, alone, or did you have accountability partners? Okay, so let me tell you guys. What I did at first was I was alone. Okay. Remember I was telling you guys about my teacher called, his name was not Doctor, but Scott Martin. And so what I learned from being in his class is like how to be a victorious person instead of a victim, like how to be a creator. And so during this time in my life when I was surrendering, everybody in my life was like, I hate to say everybody, but it was just too much toxic energy. Like I was just in this toxic bubble. And so yes, I was alone in my journey. I had no one to talk to that like in my close realm. No, except for I had a great aunt, but she wasn't as accessible to me at the time where every time I called my great aunt, it was always like, oh, this was happening. It was always something about finances because I looked to her for financial wisdom. But I never wanted to take too much of her time, and like we just weren't like, I don't know. So anyways, I didn't have any accountability partners. And this is a time in your life where, like, let me tell you, the only person that needs to hold you accountable is yourself. Because, like, you don't want to rely on someone else or have them rely on you for your outcome in whatever area that you're trying to accomplish. Like, it's good to have accountability partners when you, like, set tangible physical goals. But when it comes to spiritual goals, all right, like, becoming something else, you don't want to like have somebody else hold you accountable. I could see where it's like, maybe I think a way that you can hold yourself accountable would be to surround yourself with the people that have lifestyles that you want, right? Like, hold yourself accountable to show up around those people, because we are the 5 people that we surround ourselves with, right? And so you're automatically going to become a better version of yourself by being with people that are authentic and that exude certain characteristics that you want to like have in your own like life, right? So anyways, let me see what else you guys are talking about in the chat. I feel like I should do this more often. Shout out to Darla C. She says she got her straws. Yay! I'm so excited. So just so you know too, all of our straw sets come with a free smoothie straw as well that's engraved with travel. And our straws are so freaking cute. Okay, let me tell you, like, what I love about these straws is that you get 7, and then one of them is like a little rainbow straw. They come in this cute little souvenir bag. Here's the bag. Like, my straws are being washed, so I don't have it. But anyways, it has our van on it, guys. And this is like our identity. This van is an exact replica of the van that I'm in. This is where this business started, okay? This is our like it's just like such a symbolic souvenir. So every time I ship one of these out, oh my goodness, I just kind of feel like I'm giving a part of our van away, and it just gives me so much strength and fuel to like just continue reaching my goals so that I can be of service and just like reach more people, because I really want people to like have this sense of happiness and freedom and like healing that I've been able to like just master after like overcoming my own adversity in life. Because like it's just amazing when you free yourself of being a victim and you decide to be a creator, and you literally start creating every single thing that you desired, and you realize that you don't have to be a millionaire to create those opportunities. Like, I would have never thought in a million years that I could travel the world full time, be a single mom, work for myself, homeschool, and do all these things without being a millionaire. Like, I'm not a stay-at-home mom, guys. Like, I didn't hit the lottery. And I'm not trying to bash single stay-at-home moms. I'm just saying that, like, if you're married, and like a lot of married couples homeschool and they have a stay-at-home mom, and so she doesn't have to worry about finances. That's not our situation here, and so I'm very happy. Like, I love my life. There's nowhere else that I'd rather be, but I know that I'm being called to be somewhere else, because I know I'm meant to be a philanthropist. So I'm being groomed right now for that. Like, I can tell that I'm being carved and just like conditioned to like just give. I know that. And I'll say that for another story. I'm reading more of the chat here as I'm like fixing my shirt also. Somebody's asking me questions. You guys feel free to ask me anything. As I mentioned, as long as I'm on this live video, we're going to have a coaching night. If you're interested in purchasing our straw sets or even sending a little super chat or a tip or anything like that, just because you just want to, by all means do, because we very so much appreciate it. It elevates us and like allows us just to be able to do more stuff like this, because like we got the resources to do it. Just saying. So anyways, okay, someone else said, how do you receive physical mail? Okay, all right. We use a UPS address. All right, this is a game changer. Okay, this is a hack for anybody that is like trying to be nomadic. Listen up. Okay, before you leave, you need to go get a UPS address. All right. In order to do this, you got to have an address already. So you get your UPS address. And what's cool about this is that unlike a P.O. box, it's a physical address. So you can get anything and everything shipped to it. And UPS will even send you your mail. They'll, like, if you go somewhere and you're staying there for weeks at a time, you can call UPS and say, hey, forward my mail, and they can automatically do it. Or you can just call them up and say, hey, can you overnight my mail? And like, it's just awesome. So for all of our legal stuff, you know, our registration for our vehicles, driver's license, all that type of stuff, we use our UPS address. And like, that's important. People forget that sometimes, like when you go nomadic, that you still need to have an address, because like your IDs, everything like that, they need to be updated, and you can't be using, you could only go so long using an ID without an updated address, right? Because by the time you need to file your taxes, or by the time you need to renew your insurance, or just like whatever, for whatever reason, you need to make sure you have an address on file. Okay, so let me see what else you guys talking about on here. I'm answering questions. Somebody said, what Toastmasters chapter did you start with? Okay, so good question, Quentin. Let me know, how did you know that I was in Toastmasters? Because look, sorry, I'm gonna okay, so look at this. Does this answer your question? Okay, so Toastmasters International. Can you guys see that? Okay, Island City Toastmasters. I feel like wearing my badge right now. I'm gonna wear my badge. Okay, so Toastmasters is a speaking organization where I mastered a whole lot. I'm actually going to be looking for a new Toastmasters chapter after this like crazy stuff that's going on is over, because Toastmasters is amazing. They really helped me find my voice as a public speaker, and they really just offered so much like feedback and connections, and enabled me to have a lot of experience that helped me get my public speaking career off the ground. So I am extremely grateful. Shout out to Island City Toastmasters. They are amazing. If you are interested in joining Toastmasters, just know that you can find a club. Like, I'm sure they're all over the place. They're like within 15, 30 minutes of wherever you are, because there's that many chapters in the United States. Well, I know in the United States, but Toastmasters is international, so you can find one all over. I highly recommend, if you want to become a more confident speaker, find your voice and just be able to communicate with people more effectively, because it's a game changer. Like, I feel like I can talk my way into almost anything. Not that I try to, like, in a bad way, but I'm just saying, what I really love is that I've always had the gift of the gab, but joining an organization like that, man, it's a game changer, because it really helped me find my voice and my skills that like sell, right? That just like enroll people in my vision so that I can accomplish whatever my goal is, because like we need each other out here. And if you know how to communicate with people in a very authentic way, where you're communicating not only what you're wanting, but who you are, right? People want to buy that. They want to buy you, okay? Not just whatever idea, thought, or physical thing that you're selling. They really just, they want to buy you and feel connected with you. So it's really important that you be authentic. So anyways, look, I'm going on a little tangent, but I hope that answers your question. with Toastmasters. Y'all got me. Like, I went from off the grid with the kid, Bionca, cheesy videos, woohoo, yeah, vanlife, to now y'all got me like going to work. And nah, I'm just playing. It don't feel like work. I'm actually really glad to be on this chat with you guys, because it's really like bringing up the coaching me, the life coaching me. It's really bringing that spirit and everything up, you know, like in and up out. Like, just, I could just feel it coming all through my veins right now. And this is good, because in the fall I'm going to get back into coaching, because I miss it, and I recognize that I got a great responsibility on this earth to help a lot of people, and I cannot deny that gift. And because whenever I'm not, like, I'm blessed, okay, and whenever I'm not blessing others, my spirit, it don't feel good, okay. And I realize that those who are given much, right, we are like leaders, okay, and we have to show up and share our gifts, our crafts, our talents, and like deliver them well, because like we do it naturally and we do it good, and whatever it is that we do, somebody else just needs that thing, okay. So if you're watching this video and you have a gift, oh my gosh, show up, okay. And you know what, I want to talk more about that right now. Ooh, I'm gonna try to text Carter. Carter's in the travel trailer in front of us. I'm gonna try to text Carter and ask him if he can bring me some tea, because like, let me see, Carter, say, can you bring me tea, please? I'm gonna say, I'm in the van. Okay, I wonder what kind of tea he's gonna make. Hopefully it's still hot. Okay. Okay, so anyways, all right, so jumping right in, let's continue this coaching, encouraging session tonight. So I was just talking about, what was I just talking about? I was talking about all kinds of stuff, but there was something else. Somebody remind me what I was talking about before I started texting Carter for him to bring me some tea. What was I talking about? Okay, somebody else asked me a question. Thank you, Gina. They said, how do you let go if you're invested with the person you are trying to let go of? Okay, right? How do you let go if you're too invested? Okay, all right. So this is from Bright Blueberry. Let me just say, this is tough, okay? But if you're just now joining this video, I want to let you know. Ooh, Carter's coming here. He's asking me when I'm going to go get candy. Jesus, I want some tea. Okay, so anyways, it's hard. It's really hard, but it's worth it. And if you don't do it, this is going to sound tough. You ready? This is going to sound real tough. Oh, hold on, wait. Carter's bringing me tea, y'all. Let me show you, Carter.
Give me a second.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Want to say hi to YouTube or no?
Hi.
Okay. All right, let me get this back ready. All right, so anyways. Okay, let's have a real chat real quick. I'm going to tell you guys. Woo! I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I'm going to give you a recent kind of experience that I had recently. I said that twice. Where I had to let go of someone that I was invested. I felt like I had invested a lot in. And because I did, I just, like, I felt like I didn't want to lose my investment. Like, I wanted to, like, I felt like I was gambling, though, right? It was frustrating. The more you put in, you know, you're expecting to hit the lottery, like it's going to pay off, and it don't pay off, and you just going into like this debt, right? And so some of us, our spirits are going deep into debt, and we're in denial, and we're hoping and praying that things are going to get better in this relationship and that things are going to change. But the reality, guys, is, let me tell you, please listen up. Sorry, my phone fell. Okay. Listen up. Listen closely, please. Okay? I wish I was holding your hand right now. Listen. The right relationships, okay? The relationships that are going to stay in your life, they're going to stay in your life. Some relationships are just for a season and a reason. Life brings us people that have personalities that are complex, and some that are easier than others to like help shift us and like condition us into the person that we're supposed to become. So everybody can come with us, because that would just be too many people. All right. So every person has like some sort of like lesson or test or something. All right. Now, these people that are in your life that you feel like you invested so much into, these are the ones that are going to teach you most about yourself before you even realize it. It'll be after they're gone that you really realize like who you are, who you were lying to about who you are, and like why you were afraid to let them go. Because a lot of times we hold on to the wrong relationships for too long because of the way that we have this like idea of like love and acceptance and so forth, that really comes from how our parents treated us when we were a kid. It's like some of us, we looked up to our mother for love and support, and some of us, we looked up to our father, for love and support and so forth. And if you didn't have a father, okay, this is where a lot of women, often struggle. If you never had a father in your life, what happens is obviously, a lot of times that first love like really hits and hurts the most, because like you don't know what it feels like to feel a man's love, and when you do, you get so attached that any little bit of love, whatever it is, you don't want to let go, right? And so you just, even if they're showing you that they're not a good person for you, and people can do good things and not be like the good person for you to be in your life, okay? So don't get me wrong, like, because a lot of times we always try to wait till people give us enough reason for us to dismiss them. No, it don't have to be like that. You can meet somebody out one day, and within 5 minutes just know that this person is not meant to be like in your life, right? And so anyways, a recent experience that I encountered was, I made some financial sacrifices, some physical sacrifices, some emotional sacrifices, all kinds of things I had wrapped up in a bow. And like when this person did something horrible to me, I was in so much denial, and I was angry, and I didn't want to give up on it, because I was like, no, like, I invested so much. But then I realized that if you hold on for a long time to things that are hurting, that it literally hurts you. It's like committing a slow suicide. It's like having a shackle on your wrist or a rope, and like the more you hold on, when something is saying like no, it's trying to like go, and you're trying to hold on, it's literally like just cutting off the circulation to your soul. And so you have to let go if you want to get healthier, if you want to get better, if you want to have beautiful, sacred, authentic relationships that are unconditional. All right? Like, because real relationships that are meant to be there and that feed the soul are going to be the relationships that are going to be authentic and easy, like easier. They're just light. Like, relationships are work. And sometimes we find ourselves in cheap relationships where it's just one argument away from y'all not being friends anymore. And it's not supposed to be like that. Like, you can have a disagreement and like still be friends. Like, everybody doesn't have to think like you. Otherwise, why don't you just be friends with yourself? Okay? Because the idea of us to have friends and like family and have these people in our life, it's like to help each other out and to learn and grow from each other, right? So stop expecting people to like think like you, act like you. And also, when people do wrong things to you, this is gonna be so hard to admit. Sometimes you got to stop taking it personal, because hurting people hurt people. And sometimes, like, people that are good people, they do really harmful things that have absolutely nothing to do with us. And this person is going through their own journey of whatever is theirs, and sometimes we try to wear it and make it ours when it's not about us. Like, we have to let them go. We have to remove ourselves and like let this person grow, right? And sometimes we find ourselves in relationships where like we have to be the bigger person and let go because they aren't going to let you go because like maybe they're trying to be, attached and they're afraid of being alone. So, anyways, I kind of feel like I'm all over the place with this because every scenario is different, but I think you guys get where I'm going. The point is, if you're questioning right now whether or not somebody should be in your life, chances are that they should not be in your life. I'm telling you right now, because you want to be at a place where you feel like you can't live without somebody, like with your friends and just everybody. Like, those are the people that you want in your circle if you know you just can't leave without them. The people that you have to question, if I dressed a certain way or if I pursued this career or did this, with this person defriend me, right? If you got to question those type of things, those are not healthy relationships, because you want non-biased relationships, people that are going to like be able to disagree with you sometimes, be able to call you out on your stuff, be able to just support you in becoming whatever it is that you want to be. All right. It's really important that you do that. So anyways, hey, what's up, guys? I am reading the comments here. Let me know what you guys are talking about. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm so happy. Maybe I should do this more often. It's a Saturday night. A Saturday night. Woo! This is great. This is great. Like, man, the only thing that can make this better would probably be like if I had some music, but then I get demonetized. Whoop! Yeah, like YouTube be like, boot it. So, yeah. Let's see, what else are you guys talking about? Feel free to ask me anything and everything. And then I am, like I said, if you guys, Gina Daly says, it feels like you called me out. That hit something. Oh, that's good. See, oh, sorry guys. Whoops. I gotta get a tripod. Like, I've been like real frugal right now with finances because like I'm reinvesting all of like our money into like getting more products and stuff. And I'm just not good at like spending money on like things for myself. But I guess a tripod really isn't for myself. But anyways, I got my phone propped up on the sink. So so I gotta buy a tripod. I have like this weird tripod, this one, but it does me no justice because like my energy is so big that when I try to film with this, then it, like, the camera just gets like, it just wobbles. And so anyways, yes, I just threw this tripod and Chili is looking at me like, what? Okay. Okay, so anyway. All right. So before I go any further, I do want to reiterate again and let you guys know or remind you, because I feel like I haven't talked about it enough on this channel, that we do sell these stainless steel reusable straw sets that are really cool. They support our work and they also are the new sexy. And, it's a special souvenir from our hearts. So if you've already seen pictures and videos of these and you would like to purchase, I will include the link here. And we're also selling these cute little bracelets. This one is a gemstone bracelet. These are all natural gemstones. They're healing stones. And I wear mine every single day. It has really good energy, good vibes. I really feel like it protects me. It's weird, but... And then we also have this bracelet. This is our newest bracelet inspired by Carter. Can you guys see this okay? It's the solar system, and these are like, you guys can't see it that good. Man, the camera doesn't do this bracelet justice. So anyways, these are, like 90% of these are gemstones. And so with this one, when you wear it, you are the sun because the solar system revolves around you. And so anyways, these are just like little cute things that we like to, sell and offer, because it is our goal to have like a whole product line for something really big. I don't want to spill the beans just yet, but I'm manifesting, y'all. And this is like big, 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 big. Like, literally, every single sale that we have, we're like reinvested in some cool stuff. Like, we're either giving it away, you know, it's just going directly back into our work, or it's going into purchasing new products. Like, we went from the straws, now we got bracelets, and like, you know, we're gonna have other cool little things. And what am I doing? What does this mean? Okay, so anyways, let me see what you guys are talking about in the chat box. And I'm also going to post those links for you. This is really cool. This is really cool to be like, I can see myself on two screens like, oh, okay. I'm being silly. All right. So on that note, I know I'm silly, but I've always been like this, okay? And I remember when I was younger, like, people used to be like, Bianca, what are you on? And I never knew. I'd be like, what are they talking about? I thought this was like a joke. And then when I got older, people still ask me that. And I just want to say, like, what am I on? Like, life. I was born this way. It's in my DNA. And let me tell you, like, I've been through some stuff. But, like, this is still in my DNA. But I will keep it real with you and be honest. Oh, somebody said they want the links for the bracelet. Okay. I'll post those. So let me tell you guys another transparent story, okay? All right. This is deep, okay? So if you're following this, if this don't inspire you, woo! If this don't inspire you to make a comeback, I don't got nothing for you, okay? So here's the link for the bracelets, just so you know. And there's better pictures on there as well. So, believe it or not, okay, we're getting real personal, guys, okay? A year ago, I had a ring on this finger. All right, I was engaged, and if you were following me very, very closely, you know that because I was going live, and when I go live on my videos, that's when I share like the most personal stuff, right? Because it's unedited, it's raw, it's real, it's live. So I was in a relationship with someone that I believe that was my best friend. And so anyways, I won't go into like a long story, but let's just say I grew so unhappy to the point that I lost myself. And when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't believe it. Like, when I looked in the mirror, I didn't know who I was looking at. Like, I would look in the mirror and be like, who are you? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, I was settling in a situation for so long that I literally lost this happiness that you see, and I was afraid that I would never get it back. I literally started convincing myself that this happiness was maybe an age thing. Like, I thought, oh, maybe that's something that I had, you know, and it just like goes away as you get older, right? So I was afraid that I would never get this happiness back. And so I remember when I had to practice discernment, and this was after suffering and being in denial about leaving this relationship. I had to practice discernment and strength and let go. And when I did, it was very hard. You know, it was very, very hard. Like, when it rained, it poured, okay? But what I learned from other experiences is that that's just the process in the beginning. It's long, it's painful, it hurts, you can't sleep, you feel numb, your stomach is hurting, you're losing your appetite, you're crying, you know. Everybody copes differently, but I literally, like, I went through it. So anyways, what I had to do was I had to put myself through my own coaching program, all right? So I went all the way back to 2017, and I literally, oh my goodness. Look, let me tell you, this is another reason why you can't afford to have the wrong relationships in your life, okay? Because healing is expensive, whether or not you have the money or not. Okay, the time, the resources, the emotional commitment, the financial commitment, the time commitment, all that stuff adds up, all right? And these people that you're holding on to that are toxic are literally like holding you back. And all you have to do is free yourself, all right? Literally, free yourself. You don't have to ask nobody for permission to leave somebody. Literally, there's places in the world where these people feel like they just can't leave for all kind of reasons. And here, if you're watching, at least in America and most places on the earth, if you want to go, you really can just go. So, anyways, getting back to the story here. Those first 90 days. Oh, shout out to Alyssa. Thank you for the super chat. And shout out to everyone that's buying our merch. I can see every single notification, just so you know. Like, it comes right across my screen. Not on YouTube, but like I see them PayPal notifications, y'all. I see them. Okay, so shout out to all you guys. I'm excited to like mail out these orders, just so you know. It's like Christmas when I mail them out. Okay, so anyways, getting back into my story here. All right, I hope that you guys are still following me, because again, I hope this story really inspires you to let go of whoever or whatever that you need to let go of so that you can grow. Because I swear to you guys, I hate to swear, but I promise that like you will receive your growth if you let go. If you don't let go, you're gonna be in Stuckville. Okay, Stuckville, like Avenue, not playing. Okay, Stuckville Avenue. Stuckville is like a neighborhood, more so to speak. Okay, so anyways, for 90 days straight, I put myself through my coaching program, and let me tell you, it was like hard, obviously the first couple 30 days, and I knew that if I trusted everything that I was gonna have to like bring to the surface and purge, that like everything was going to be great. But like, oh my goodness, the thing that I forgot is when you're going through this healing, you know, process, and like trying to be, you know, stripping yourself of like all this stuff and like trying to cleanse at the same time, right? It's like the best way I can describe it is like this, you know. It's like you got all this kind of toxic energy and all this stuff in your head and your mind and all around you, and it's like, you know, it's like energy is coming to like take, you know, bring it up and take it out, and then like new energy is coming to like, you know, cleanse, and then like, you know, bring whatever is bad to the surface, you know. And it's just like, that's the best way I can describe it. And so anyways, for 90 days, I put myself through my coaching program, and in the midst of this time, there was stuff still going wrong. And I was just like, oh, feeling defeated, and I had to like sit in my emotions. And the worst part was like running into other people that were like needed healing too. All right. And this is why a lot of times when you're going through a process of like recovery from like leaving or losing a loved one, and you're like in pain, a lot of times it can be good for us to have like some alone time, because of the influences in our life. Like, they could either be distracting us from growing, or they could be like nurturing us in a way that's like not smothering and allowing us to like really prosper by giving us the confirmation that we're okay, that we're safe. You know, because sometimes you just want to be heard, right? Sometimes you just want to vent, and the right relationships will be there. And like, you know, I'm obviously a coach, but everybody doesn't have to be a coach to be a good friend. So sometimes you need to just have relationships in your life where you could just like vent, and they don't say anything, and they just sit there, and you know, you just like hang out, right? And then for some people, no, you need people that are like me, that are gonna be like, no, like, you're a survivor, you're a warrior, don't be a worrier, be a warrior. Okay, that was cheesy, but you get it, you know, right? So anyways, if you're going through recovery and you got like, if you're talking to too many people, you could attract like people that are in the same situation that you are. And then you got like two kind of, I don't like to say the word broken people, but two people that are like in the midst of their transformation, and they really can't help each other for real, right? So it just becomes a pity party and a distraction. And so, you know, really what you want to do is like, try to first be with yourself, be in the stillness, so that you can like receive whatever messages and healing and everything that like you need, right? Because you need air, you need space, like you need to breathe, right? You need that oxygen, like, especially after your life has been so heavy, like heavy and smothered with all this stuff. And so that's where I was at. Like, my life, I just had so much going on. And I know that the reason why I wasn't happy was because I was, what's the best way I could describe this? I was compromising who I was to be something else. All right, that I thought I was supposed to be, and I was fighting too hard for that because I was in denial about like how it wasn't meant to be, right? I had to give the ring back, okay? And I'm glad that I did. I'm very glad that I did because I I just can't even imagine. Like I would have had a divorce by now or something. So anyways, where were we going with this? Somebody asked me, what is a super chat? A super chat is where you support your creators, so that they can keep like creating for you. And like there's a link somewhere here, probably at the left of your screen, where you literally can like send a cute little sticker, or like a couple bucks or something like that. And like obviously, content creators, we that's how we earn a living. And so yeah, so it's really cool and fun, like, because it's like a nice little surprise, and like your name gets shown, and it's a great way to like just like have fun, celebrate. Like, I don't know, I like them. So I mean, who wouldn't, right? All right, so who else is like on this feed? What are you guys doing? Okay, somebody says, was your ex fiance happy, or was he settling for you also? So it was a mutual breakup. All right, we getting personal now. Okay, so I can't really speak on behalf of them, to be honest. All I know is that I'm not gonna communicate this from a place of ego and say, no, it was all him and da da da, and this is not like. What I know is that this person was important to me, still is an important person to me, because they played a really amazing impact in my life that still shaped me, like, to become the person that I am now. Even because, let me tell you, after going through that, I am so much stronger. I feel like I can handle anything. I feel like I was brought through that situation so I could help more women, because I experienced a whole lot of stuff in 9 months. Okay, this was somebody I knew for a long time, but I experienced so much. It's unbelievable. Like, when I say experienced a lot, let me tell you guys, I almost adopted 2 kids. I slept in a room that these kids' mothers died in. I was taking care of somebody that was like, that had like health issues. I mean, I was going through a lot, okay? I was working, doing a business with them, also trying to be kind of like a stay-at-home mom type situation, like all kinds of stuff. And like, it was just crazy. So anyways, I don't want to give you guys a pity party or anything like that, or like, whatever, because like that's in the past. The point is that I can't speak for them. All I know is that, again, as I mentioned way earlier in this video, we gotta let go of stories. Okay, when people do stuff to us, we can't hold on to those stories and like think, oh, like I wasn't good enough, or blah blah blah. No, 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 no. You are enough. And just because you're in a relationship with someone, if it doesn't work out, that doesn't, like, people give too much power to these situations, right? It doesn't mean that you are not special, that you're not enough. You don't have to feel like you were rejected or anything like that. Just remember that people come into your life to literally teach you something or show you something. Like, everybody is a puzzle piece. So, everything will come together, but you just got to trust the process. Like, you'll know if certain relationships are not meant to stay in your life. You'll feel it. And, if you're like me, sometimes you might have to go through denial when they're like the relationships that are most important to you. But when you let go, it'll be the greatest feeling ever that you'll never regret. I mean, literally, you'll never regret, because when I think about it today, the thing that really helps me avoid getting myself into situations where I'm like in shallow relationships is when I think about the quality of my authentic relationships and what they do to me, right? How I feel like safe and comfortable, and I just feel like I could just trust them with anything and everything, and I can just be myself. And I know that these people support who I want to become and my my growth, and just like it's just worth it. If it just feels so good to know people like that, to have unconditional relationships where you can communicate with them about anything and not feel judged. Like, it is the best feeling in the world. Please let me know if you guys like have had relationships like that where it's just very unconventional, not unconventional, it's just very unconditional, like unconditional love and support, So, anyways, all right, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, this video is still going. I have been on this video for 95 minutes! Woo! 95 minutes. Where did time go? It's 11:13. Oh my god. Okay, can you guys still see me? Is this video still going? Oh my gosh, because like, can you guys see me? Oh my, I'm like, I cannot believe this right now. Oh my goodness, it is still going. Okay, this video is so long that I'm literally like, is YouTube gonna cut me off at 100 minutes? Okay, all right. Woo, this is great. Give this video a thumbs up if you are still hanging on. I wonder how long I can be on this video. This is awesome. This is fun. And shout out to everyone that is like buying our merchandise, because I see you guys. This is amazing. This is another dream come true. And another part that's really cool about these humble beginnings, guys, for everybody that's buying our merchandise, is like, you get it shipped from me and Carter. Like, we literally pack up all these orders. Shout out to Wilson Perkins. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. So these are humble beginnings. All right, we started this business in a van. I need to stir my tea. In this van, and I'll tell you, I haven't posted the video yet, but we documented this. Oh my gosh, my brain, like, I have like 4 different things I want to talk about right now. It's crazy. I'm so pumped right now because I'm like, why am I not doing this often? Like, this is great. Okay, so anyways, we started this business with the straws anyway in November. Like, we were driving and then we just pulled off the highway and we like camped behind it where all these other RVers were in California, like literally right on the side of the highway. Like, there was a fence and then the highway. So anyways, not the quietest place to park, but we like just pulled off the road because we were tired. And so anyways, when I woke up in the morning, it was like Black Friday, and I remember that I can't remember how much money we had in the bank, but entrepreneurship is like this, you know what I mean? Like, it's exciting, and then so anyways, I'll save that story for another day. I forgot how much money I had in the bank, and I remember like, oh my goodness, like being really stressed out because like my client was late paying their invoice, and they had kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and like, this was a big client, and I put all my eggs in one basket, so I was really relying on that money to come in, and they were like holding things up, and like there was all kinds of stuff that I wanted to do. So if you could just imagine, I was super stressed because like I wasn't getting paid. So anyways, I had, oh, this is a big success story. Okay, I hope you guys are watching this, okay? Because if I become a millionaire one day or anything, I want y'all to vouch for me and tell people that this was not luck. Okay, and I did this with no business loans, no nothing. All right, listen to me good, because you're getting a secret sauce. Okay, secret sauce. Listen. All I had was the prototype, okay, of our straw set. I had one straw set. It's Black Friday, and I need to make money because I know that I'm gonna run out of money in probably about 3 or 4 weeks if I don't make some more, and I don't know if my client's gonna pay at this point, right? So my initial plan was to use part of that money to buy like all these straw sets so that I can have them ready for sale, right? So because I needed to buy hundreds in order for it to make sense. So I couldn't do that, right? So I'm like, what am I going to do? So what I did was, with faith, I said, okay, well, I need to launch this now. I don't have a website. I was like, I don't have a website. I don't have this. I don't have that. I said, nope, Bianca, you know, you got to be creative. What do you have? I said, the internet, I got a cell phone. So I went online, all right, and I created a PayPal business account. All right, I'm giving y'all a secret sauce. I hope you're listening. Okay, I created a PayPal business account, uploaded pictures, and then like I just pitched like my product online, and I said like, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, and if you're interested, like, I'm setting orders up for pre-orders. Now let me just say, I did the math on this, y'all. I told everybody that it was going to take them 4 to 8 weeks before they got their product, but I knew that I only needed to sell like 56 of them in order to make my money back, okay, so that I can afford to buy like all the straw sets, okay? So I sold like 46, I think, in like 12 hours or something. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is great. I only need to sell some more. So anyway, fast forward, everybody ended up getting their product within like 2 weeks that they ordered, because like I was able to make all the money that we needed to buy all the straw sets within 2 days just from pre-orders alone. But it gets better, okay? So not only does everybody get their straw sets before Christmas, okay, but on top of this, oh my goodness, like these straw sets, oh my goodness, okay? We have had such a success with them. Like, so the response rate has been out of this world. Like, literally, like, it has just been such a blessing. Like, I've sold hundreds of these things, and let me tell you, we've packaged every single one, and it's gonna get to the point where eventually we're gonna have to like sell them somewhere else, because like they coming in, you know. And I'm not complaining. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep me busy, because like I said, entrepreneurship is like, you know, it's like a roller coaster sometimes. So anyways, I'm sharing this with you guys because here are the facts. I didn't have enough money to buy all the straw sets. All I had was one straw set. That's it, just one. I didn't have a website. I didn't have all this fancy stuff and ads going and all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you guys something. Look, okay. Shout out to Earl Williams. I see you. Thanks for the super chat. Woo! Yeah. I wish I could make balloons go up across my screen. Okay. So anyways, listen. For those of you who want to do anything that involves like entrepreneurship, all right? Please listen to me. Listen to me good. Listen. You don't have to be polished to be perfect. You just need to get started, and you need to be able to know how to share your story and your product, okay? You need to be able to communicate with people in a way that you are enrolling them into your vision, so that they know like how they can help you, or like who can help you, or why they should buy your product or whatever. So you don't have to like make this long drawn out professional pitch. You know, you don't have to do that. All you have to do is like ask yourself first, okay, like why do you want to sell this product? Like, what does this product or whatever it is, or craft, why is this so important to you? Like, how do you feel when you are selling this product? Like, what is your goal? All right. And you want to communicate all of this information to the person in a way that they can receive it, they get it, they understand it, they know buy or not buy or whatever. And so anyways, for me, I don't know. I love you guys so much. Sometimes I feel like you guys are just buying our straw sets because you love us and probably ain't even using them. No, I'm just kidding. You guys make sure you're using them, because we're trying to save the turtles, okay? We came up with this idea because we like to volunteer at beaches, and when we learned a lot about marine life, what we learned is that a lot of sea life, or marine life, they eat plastic straws because they mistake them for food, and a lot of straws, plastic straws, end up in the ocean because they escape from trash bags and trash cans, go into streams, and just eventually end up in the ocean. So, you know, plastic is not biodegradable. It takes like 2,000 years for it to like break down. So anyways, when you make the switch to stainless steel reusable straws, it's really cool because, like, number one, why not? You get your own personal straw, right? Like, why would you want somebody's hands, like in public, right? All over your straw. Number two, like plastic straws, even with the wrapping, like it's just an extra step. You know, sometimes you lose them and then you're all upset. But like, what if you kept your own straw set in your car, or like what if you had your straw set at home during the quarantine, and then you don't have to worry. I'm like getting the link for the straw set, just so you know too, because I, you know, in case you guys are asking, I'm gonna put it up here. Okay, so so anyways, if you're interested in the straw set, the link is in the chat box. But as I was saying, you know, like, why not? You know, why not have your own set? And so my goal is like to create or incorporate more into our brand non-judgmental like ways of doing things that influence people to make decisions that will ultimately benefit the earth and benefit us all, without like guilt and shame and stuff like that. So for example, if you use one of our stainless steel straws and you have it in a plastic cup and you take a picture and send it to me, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, it's a plastic, blah blah blah. No, like, let me tell you, I have a pet peeve for people that are like too judgmental. Like, I care about the environment, but there are people that will be like shaming people for doing the simplest things, like using a certain type of hair scrunchie, or, you know, like driving a vehicle, like, you just like all the simplest things. And so my goal is to really influence people to like influence in a non-judgmental way, you know, that just happens. So when everybody's purchasing our stainless steel reusable straw sets, what happens is your peers are going to start asking you, like, you know, about the straws, and then it's going to become like the new sexy, you know, the new trend. And so anyways, I can't believe I'm still on this video with you guys. We've been online 106 minutes and 29 seconds. Can you guys believe it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you guys still see me in the chat? Because on my end, the internet is like not good. Like, it looks like it stopped. You guys can still see me? Okay, great. Yay! Yay. Okay. So if you're still watching this video, ask me a question. You know, feel free to ask me a question. I'm going to read the comments while you guys flood my chat with questions or comments on anything. Somebody said, did you move from the Rude RV park? Okay, so not yet. And the only reason why is because my rent, I've already paid it up for the month. So, you know, we move into the new place. Like, I got to be quiet because I can't, like, I don't want to give you guys, like, it's not you, but because I'm making this video before I left, I don't want to give too much information, but just know. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be good. Okay, so if you're watching this video and you're like, what are you talking about? Okay, short story. We experienced something unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, I didn't want to talk about this subject today in my video because like videos are getting demonetized for talking about this subject. It's the like COVID-19 situation, you know what I mean? So anyways, we experienced something where the police showed up at our door. Okay, are you following me? If you're following me, I need you to sit down, hold your pee, don't answer the call. Like, I don't care if you got a mosquito bite. Don't even scratch it. Listen. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Listen. Police showed up at my door Saturday morning. Okay. As I'm doing this, I'm trying to connect back to the internet on my computer. It's not working. I'm trying to, like, post this link for you guys. But, like, I'm going to ask Carter to come here. I'm going to tell him come here. I can with them. Okay. So, anyways, police show up at my door, and let me tell you, when they were knocking on the door, I was on the phone with a client, okay? Well, they weren't a potential client anyway. We were having like a consultation, And this is for that sale that I did, that campaign last month, FYI. So anyways, having a good conversation, and then I open the door and it's the cops. And I'm like, this is weird, but I'm not worried because I'm like, I'm a good girl. I don't do no wrong. I don't have nothing to hide. I wonder, like, what they want, right? Okay, here's Carter. I'm going to post the link. Carter, can I see your cell phone so I can post the link for the straws, please?
Oh, wait.
Let me see.
Thing.
So, here, say hi to everybody in the chat. Hi. Okay, so anyways, so I get off the phone with my coaching client and I'm talking to the police, and they are asking me if I would be interested in taking the test for the VIRUS, because they said that management had called and said that they were very worried and concerned because I was walking my dog and that I was using the public facilities here, and that I'm supposed to be quarantined and blah, 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 and all this stuff, right? So anyways, I thought to myself, this is an RV resort. People come and travel in and out of here every single day. Why am I being targeted? Like, I don't have a cough or like a sneeze or like anything. And so anyways, to make a long story short, the police checked them and just said, like, this woman is fine. Leave her alone. She can, walk around. She can walk her dog. She can do this. Like, yes, the stay-at-home orders are in effect. And we were quarantined at the time. I need more tea. This water is like not even hot. So anyways, we were quarantined at the time because we had just got back from California. We took a super quick trip to get like real important documents like social security cards, birth certificates, and stuff like that. We literally were gone for like 24 hours. And let me tell you, if you jump on a plane right now, you're not going to see anybody because they are empty. So anyway, we were in and we were out. Okay. And so my point is, like, I let them know that I was going before I left, because these people, they be so friendly. They knock on my door. Everybody loved coming over to our place. And so anyways, I let them know that I was going to be going, and I don't know what happened. All I know is that it wasn't good. That's all I know. And so anyways, I don't want to change the energy of this like feed, because it's, it's just, I don't know, like, I'm not worried about it at all. Like, I know that God is shifting me and moving us, like, for something better, and that there's just some amazing things up ahead. And so I'm not even going to be questioning why we're getting moved, because what we found is way, way better anyway. So I'm excited for what's up ahead, like, super pumped. Okay, all right, so I'm waiting for this ad. Okay, is the ad finished? Okay, great. All right, I'm posting the link for the straws. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. If you're watching this video still, I was trying to do some multitasking. Okay, all right, did I send it? I think I sent it. Carter, I've been on this video 112 minutes. Almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, can you believe it? Carter just want to see the phone. He's like, I just want to get back in my room. I just want to play my game with my friends. Like, okay, here you go. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Boys. What? Okay, close the door. Close the door. Jeez. Okay. So anyways, Carter's in the travel trailer in front of us. So, and I think everybody knows, right? Like, we settled down, we got a travel trailer, but we're still in the van. Like, we use it still as like our home office, our mobile office, and it's like where I love to be. Like, that's why I'm here now instead of in a travel trailer, because it's my home, it's my creative space, and we're settled in the travel trailer, but it's not like all that comfortable. The decor sucks the soul out of me. So anyways, I'm jumping back here in the chat box, and then I'm going to be live with you guys for like 7 more minutes. So if you guys are on here, let us know. Please comment. Feel free to ask me anything. I'm going to scroll through the comments real quick just to read comments. And, okay, somebody said, where can I go buy the reusable straws? Mira, are you still online? If you are, I just shared the link in the chat box. Let me know if it works. Um, let's see, what are you guys doing? Hey, oh great, I see you. Oh, this is great. This is great. I love this chat box. Okay, somebody said, who is your target audience? Did you back burner on your bully company? Okay, Quentin, let me first just say that I love you. Okay, because you've been following me for a while if you know about our bully campaign. So we started a nonprofit organization called the Bully Barricade Foundation. This was an organization that I started in 2012, and I had to put it on the back burner because I was out trying to be Oprah, and I'm not Oprah. I didn't have anywhere near the level of support that I do today, and still being a single mom, a one-woman show, and then homeschooling my son. I like to be Wonder Woman and to multitask, but what I don't like to do is to be so busy that I'm not giving my son the attention and the time that he needs. And so now that my son is older, you know, he's 11, and he actually like wants less time from me. I think now is going to become like more of a good time to get back into it, because if we still go out and talk to kids about bullying. Let me just say that, but I'm not like active part-time, full-time, like putting in 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 60 hours into my organization like I used to years ago, with like zero pay. Literally, like I was working a full-time job, all the money, everything I was buying was like straight out of my pocket. I didn't even do fundraising. Okay, that's how much I was trying to be Oprah, because I didn't even know how to ask for help. And I didn't even have anything to sell. So I thought anyway, I was just buying and just giving. And so I just want to thank all of you guys who are buying our merchandise on that note, and who are doing the super chats as well, because you are allowing me to be a blessing for other people. So, thank you very much. And so, anyways, yeah, we're still going to be talking to schools, but obviously we got this whole situation going on, with the worldwide crisis and everything. But we still go to schools a couple times a year, like at least twice a year we go to schools. But we want to get to the point where we're going to at least one school like every like month or so, because when I was a kid, I was bullied severely. And when I was in college, I realized that I can be a voice for kids that are bullied, because I truly understand like where they're coming from and what needs to happen in order for the bullying to stop. And I know what needs to happen in order for the kids that are being bullied to feel safe. And I know what it's like to be bullied and be afraid to speak up. So that's why I can be the voice for these kids, because the kids that don't speak up are the ones that you actually want to worry about, because these are the kids that are like living in fear, thinking about suicide, or they're going crazy and they're rolling up in schools and like doing horrible things, if you know what I mean. And so, I want to get to a point where when my finances as an entrepreneur are more like consistent and automated, once that is that way, then I want to like get back into doing my bullying stuff, because like I love doing that more than anything. Like that's why this van is called the Bully Barricade van. That's why, like, if you see there's little symbols of like our van, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but like I'll show you guys. Like up there is a Bully Barricade flag. There's like Bully Barricade stickers. We got the Bully Barricade bear. All the magazines that we've been in, usually we're wearing a Bully Barricade t-shirt. And it's because although we're not like doing it full time, like it's in our hearts, it's in our spirits. And so I hope that one day I can become a philanthropist, so that I can just like give lots of money, like millions of dollars, to all the anti-bullying organizations out there that need funding, so that we can have like the proper programs in place, so that there will be like less crime and more unconditional love and problem solving in schools, right? So anyways, as you can see, I'm very passionate about talking about bullying, and it works. It works. I know that for a fact, because I've spoke at lots of schools. I've had really personal conversations with kids through my DMs on my Instagram account for it, and also in person when I would talk to these kids outside of their classrooms. And like I was able to really connect with them, because I shared my stories and they knew that I understood them. So if you guys have a kid that's being bullied, let me tell you, like, talk to them, talk to them and make it a safe space for them to be able to communicate, because like they need someone to talk to, and they need to know that like what they're going through is temporary, and that when they get older, like a lot of these people they're never even going to see again. Or let me tell you, karma comes back around, right? Karma comes back around. So, you know. But anyways, what are you guys doing? Okay. All right, I'm going back in my chat box. Somebody said not to get personal, but you're about to get personal. Let me stop. Do you ever miss having a relationship? It's the spice of your life. Would you wait? You would be quite the catch for the right young man. Okay, so um, do you ever miss having a relationship? Well, like, so that's interesting. I have several relationships. I know you mean like boyfriend, girlfriend, right? But like, I thought about this yesterday. Like, I'm a really happy person by myself. And one thing I observed from these 31 years that I've been like on this planet is that like I have not met anyone yet that can make me happier than I can make myself. And in my experience so far, like I get myself into relationships where I'll be like happy, but it's mainly because I'm a happy individual. But maybe because of like me being a coach, I don't try to fix people, of course, but like I attract a lot of men that like are so kind and so nice, but like they like want me, like I don't want to say to coach them, but pretty much I just get myself in situations where they end up being like one-sided, and I'm working on like changing that. So right now I'm just happy and content just being by myself, because I just recognized a pattern, and like I don't want to continue that pattern, because like I end up emotionally, physically, financially, all whatever, investing too much. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, healing is expensive. And so once you get enough of the same like medicine, what you thought was medicine, and you realize it is poison, you'll want to like consume something different. So my goal is to just like continue focusing on me, because what I realize is that like, you know, you always want to be happy and content with yourself and never feel like you're lacking something. Like, just because you're a single person, that doesn't mean like, you know, that you're lonely, or like that something's wrong with you or anything. And I'm not saying that, you know, you guys are saying that or anything. I just like, you know, to answer that question, like if I met the right person today, like if he just kind of came out of nowhere and I was feeling it, I would be like, you know, I'd be open. But like in my space right now, I don't feel like I'm missing anything, if that makes sense. Like I love people and I think life is great, and I think that like enjoying someone else's company is awesome too. But like, you know, if you're not happy with yourself first, you can't even be happy with somebody else. And I'm happy with myself for sure, but a lot of times I get myself in relationships where these people are not even happy with themselves, and then they happy because they got me. But then only time, you know, tells where like you can't be the only thing that makes them happy, okay? Because it's just a recipe for disaster. All right, it is. And let me tell you, people gonna show you who they are, woo, when they don't get what they want. Do you hear me? Give this video a thumbs up if you hear me. All right, people will show you who they are when they don't get what they want. And if you are the source of their happiness, okay, and they feel like they can't control you, or you do something that just they don't agree with or whatever, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. So I think it's best that people just always make sure that they find people that can be happy with themselves first, and then you come together and you just have like a nice happy relationship. So you know, yes, I'm single like a Pringle. Really can't mingle though. But anyways, all right. Oh man, I wonder how long I can be live. This video is so long that I'm wondering how it's even gonna like upload after I'm finished, because like I'm doing it on my cell phone, and this place, their Wi-Fi is not that good. So I don't know. So if you're watching this video later, the quality might not be that good. I don't know. All right, I'm going back into the chat box. I'm going to be on live for 6 more minutes, okay? Because then I'll make it an hour and 30 minutes. I know I said that like an hour ago, but this time I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. All right, I see all of you guys. Shout out to everyone that's commenting. I see people that are saying, you know, you hear me. This message was for you, and I see all of this. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love. Okay. Somebody says, how do you know where to park from place to place? All right. So, to be honest, that if you're going to do van life, that's not something you need to worry about or think about. It's just like when you buy a car. When you buy a car, do you think about where you're going to park it? No, you just like park it, right? So the same is for when you do van life. I mean, not much changes other than you want to be aware of like where you park and what time you park, because you don't want it to look like you live in your vehicle, because like then people are going to be nervous. Like if you're parked outside of somebody's house and they know you live in there because you up in there having a party, you got the windows down, you cooking chicken, you know what I mean? And like people gonna be like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Or if you like being super suspicious, you come in there with this loud vehicle at 9 o'clock and you park and nobody gets out, and like it's a, you know, and your van looks all busted up, people are gonna think that's creepy, right? So if you're gonna stealth camp in neighborhoods, for example, you want to park like after 10:30, 11 o'clock when like everybody's pretty much asleep and everybody already parked for the night, right? And you want to park somewhere that's like not directly in front of somebody's driveway or house. You kind of want to park like behind the fence or on the side of a fence or something like that. Or you know, some places that you can park are like some Walmarts, you can park there. But really, like, I mean, you could park anywhere. Like from being a van lifer for almost 3 years now, I can't even really think of some spots in particular, because you literally can just park anywhere if you have a regular like van. If you got an RV that's like, you know, class C, you know, it's got the big old top, it's wide, it can't fit in a regular parking spot, you need extra space, that's gonna be obvious. I'm sorry, sis or bro, but you're gonna have to take that somewhere else, because like you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. All right. And you want to park somewhere where it looks like you blend in. Like you can literally park anywhere, most places. But once you, okay, disclaimer, if you're in LA, it's different because there's so many van lifers that they are aware. Okay, when they see a van, they just already know somebody's in it, and they have like parking ordinances like all over the place. Like I found that out when we went to Venice Beach and tried to do van life there. I thought that was gonna be a brilliant idea. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Quentin. Let me know too, are you considering van life, or do you, you know, have you recently decided to do van life? Let's see, what else are you guys talking about in this chat? I gotta pay attention to the time. Okay, I got 3 more minutes. I'm gonna try to pay attention to the time. I got 3 more minutes. But then what am I gonna do after 3 minutes is up? Because I don't want to leave you guys. Okay, I'm gonna, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pack orders. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes, I'm gonna print out labels and pack orders. Okay. Somebody said, how was it living outside the U.S.? Okay, so great question. It was amazing. Living outside of the U.S. will really open your eyes and make you question why a lot of rules are the way they are in the United States. And you will learn so many things that, like, you'll come back to the U.S. and, like I said, you'll just question everything. And you'll be like, why are we so limited? And why are things so fake? Because the quality of the food overseas, honestly, guys, it don't matter what country you go to. The quality of food otherwise is fresher and it's better. It's like you can, it has taste, like taste. Like if you only had American food your whole entire life, you haven't had nothing, okay, until you've traveled outside to other countries. Because like anytime you're in America and you have Mexican food, well, no, there's some like OG Mexicans that like cook Mexican food, but like, you know, Italian food and like all this other food that's made by like American chains, no, you got to have like authentic food from these countries. And so that's another thing that we learned was like, just having like tasted all the flavors from these different varieties of food, and then like coming back into the States and eating the food and being like, ugh, this tastes like plastic. And so that was one thing. Another thing that we observed is that depending on what country you're living in, like you're either gonna feel like super broke or super rich. And so when we went to Thailand, we felt super rich. When we went to like Paris, I mean, like, I got champagne taste, but still though, like the US dollar, if that's all you're making, right, is like not as strong as the euro. So, things seem very expensive there. But altogether, being able to experience different customs and different like ways of life, because we made friends in a lot of these other places, really just like opens your eyes, because when you travel to a different country, you feel like you like just went to a different planet, because it's just that different. Like everything you don't know these people, like the language is different, the rules, the laws, everything is just different. So if you haven't traveled outside of the country, or you haven't lived outside of the country, I highly recommend trying it sometimes, because it's completely different than just like visiting for a week. And if you travel outside of the country, you need to stay at least 2 weeks, because 1 week is just not enough. Like it takes 2 weeks for your body just to get adjusted to the time difference. And so for Thailand is like 12-hour difference. So if you could just imagine, like the first 2 weeks, whoo, we were sleepy. But when we got adjusted, it was great, because we were a whole day ahead. So the bonus was that with that is that like I would work during like whenever I wanted to, and like it felt like I was just always ahead, like no matter what. Unless I had coaching calls. When I had coaching calls, then I would be like sometimes working. I would be getting up at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in Thailand, because it's 2 3 p.m. Or sooner in the States. And so anyways, I hope that answers that question. Let me see if anybody else had any questions before you guys get off the feed. What are you guys talking about? I love you too. You guys are awesome. I love all these comments. Okay, so I believe that my time has arrived where I have to leave you guys. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining this video. This feels like karma and a confirmation. Seriously, tonight, because like a couple minutes before I had made this video, no, hours before I made this video, I didn't want to go live, but I knew that I needed to get on here for a reason. So I got on anyways, and my intention was to earlier to get on at 9 o'clock, but then I got distracted watching another friend of mine go on live. And when they went live, like I like sent them a tip, like I cash apped them $20, because they were doing like this cool little, stuff on their Facebook. And so anyways, I sent $20, like just for a tip, because like we all, I'm telling you, the secret to living and like never having to worry about anything despite what you go through is giving. Okay, like it's like activating your karma. When you give, I'm telling you, when you give, when you release, woo, everything, like it just creates this energetic movement. I promise you, like, oh, it's just crazy. And just a FYI too, I wear sometimes like these bracelets, like when I have a lot of orders for the gemstone bracelets, I'll like wear them. I'll put like 14 on my arm as I'm like wrapping up the straw sets with the bracelets. And so like I'll hold them and just put so much good energy into them, because like I just know that they're going to reach the best, like most amazing people. So just a like fun fact. But anyways, I just want to thank every single one of you that tuned into this video, whether you're watching this right now or you're watching this later. Thank you for being the light in my life to shine like so much confirmation on my purpose, to where I just, like my spirit is full. It literally is. I feel like I'm being of service. This is what I needed today, was really just to connect with you guys. It just felt so good. And so if you want to see more of these type of videos where I'm just like, updating you guys, giving you encouraging words, doing a little bit of coaching here and there, give this video a thumbs up or comment and say, like, I want coaching or I want encouragement. We want to see this, whatever it is. I read those comments. I might not be able to respond to all of them, right away, but just know that I read them and your feedback, it matters. It's the only way that I can be creating content and providing value to you. So thank you for your comments, thank you for your love, thank you for your connection, thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for sharing our story with your fans and with your friends and your family. Thank you for the super chats, thank you for the sales, thank you for your time, thank you for everything. Like, we love you guys, you're amazing. And until next time I go live, promise to prosper no matter what. Trust that process, y'all. Find the message inside your mess and surrender whatever is not meant to be in your life so that you can make new room for opportunities that are supposed to be blooming. All right? So, anyways, all right, I'm leaving, as hard as it is. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.